Yo, what is going on, everybody? Orion Tech Tips here, back at it again. So I made a video a few months ago comparing the iPhone XR versus the iPhone 8 Plus, which were the two budget Apple phones, I guess. And then the iPhone 4 and 4S about over a year ago. And so today I will be comparing the iPhone XR versus the Samsung Galaxy S10e. So these are both budget options of Samsung. So both of these phones start at $750. Yeah, so basically, I'll just be comparing them, and then at the end I will tell you the option, and then I will also, be comparing, these specs, and yeah, we have a lot to go over, so, get ready, for the video. So we have, in terms of performance, both of these chips are built off of a 7 nanometer process. The Apple iPhone XR has a A12 6-core chip, and then the Samsung Galaxy S10e has a Snapdragon 855, and it's an 8-core chip, or an octa-core chip. And then in terms of display, the display size, the XR has a 6.1-inch display, and the S10e has a 5.8-inch display, standard Samsung phones. And also keep in mind that the budget 10e does not have curves like some more premium, or the S10, that phone. So yeah, and also with the chips, the 855, the A12 will outperform the 855 in most synthetic benchmarks. Anyway, so moving on with storage. So basically, the Apple XR has the Apple 10. I'll just be calling it the XR and the 10e. From now on, the XR has 64 or 256 gigabytes of storage. Oh wait, no, sorry, 64, 128, or 206 gigabytes of storage. And then the 10e has 128, starts at 128, and goes all the way up to 256 gigabytes of storage. Also keep in mind, there's support up to a 500 gigabyte micro SD card, which the XR does not have. Anyway, moving on to camera, the iPhone XR has a single 12 megapixel camera, and the Galaxy 10e has a 12 megapixel and a 16 megapixel camera. So two dual cameras. In terms of battery size, the XR has a 2942 milliamp hour battery, and the Galaxy 10e has a 3100 milliamp hour battery. The 10e has reverse wireless charging. The iPhone XR does not have that. And the 10e has a fast charge included in the box, and the XR does not have that. Both of these phones have support for wireless charging, but they do not come in the box. For RAM, on the XR, you can only get 3 gigabytes of RAM. On the 10e, you can get either 6 or 8 gigabytes of RAM, depending on the variant you buy. And even if you buy the spec'd out 8 gigabytes of RAM with 256 gigabytes of storage, it's still going to be less than the 10R. And keep in mind, while it does have more RAM on the 10E, the operating system is more demanding than on the 10R. So basically the 10R uses Face ID to unlock, and the 10E uses a less advanced Face ID than the 10R, and has a fingerprint scanner on the power button rather than the in-screen fingerprint scanner. It's not by any means less secure. It just isn't like, it doesn't have the technology of something like the S10. And then anyway, both of these phones do have basically the operating system, iOS 12 versus Android Pie, but you probably, Apple versus Android, the never-ending fight. Yeah. So, and then also the iPhone 10R does not have a headphone jack, which the 10E has, but Apple has not been releasing headphone jacks for the past 3 years now. Wow. Anyway, the what else? Thickness is 8.3 millimeters on the iPhone and 7.9 on the Galaxy, but you won't really feel the difference. Width is 75.7 millimeters on the iPhone and 69.9 on the Galaxy. Weight is 194 grams on the iPhone and 150 grams on the Galaxy, so that's a significant difference. The Galaxy, if you like a lighter phone, you will like the Galaxy. If you like a heavier phone, a more premium feeling phone, then you would like the iPhone. And also, there's different colors. The 10R has, if you want to, whatever. The 10R has black, blue, red, yellow, coral. The Galaxy has white, black, green, blue, yellow, and more in the pearl white, more sparkly white, basically. In terms of displays, it does have its LCD versus AMOLED. Aspect ratio is 19.5 versus 19.9. PPI is 324 on the iPhone and 465 on the Galaxy. So the Galaxy does have a nice screen. Apple cut their screen for the price, and Samsung, they did a bit, but the Galaxy 10e still has a really good display. In terms of screen resolution, the 10R has 828 by 792, and the 10e has 1440 by 2280. So basically, and then both of these phones can record video at 4K 60 frames per second, which is really good. So basically, now you know the specs, but what is my conclusion for these phones? Well, at this point, Apple does have, an ecosystem in Samsung. While they do, it's not really built up like Apple. But if you're just looking for, say, if you want to keep your phone a long term, I would really recommend the 10R, because Apple keeps their phones up to date for 5 to 6 years, and Samsung only keeps their phones up to date for 1 to 2 years. So if you're looking to get the most out of your phone, I'd recommend buying the 10R. But if you want like a nice display and you want like the fast internals and you like Android, then you also will get all the features such as reverse wireless charging and all the other Samsung freedom, that customizability, so much stuff that you can do with the Galaxy software. Then I'd say go ahead and get the Galaxy. But like honestly, on paper, the 10e is so much better than the 10R. But if like it just comes down to that, like, are you going to upgrade your phone soon? Then like if like you don't really care like what operating system, then yeah, go ahead buy the 10e if you're going to upgrade 1 to 2 years. But if you just want a phone that will last you, go with the 10R. iOS is simple, easy to use. I use both iPhones and Androids, and neither are perfect. And then also the most storage for your money does go to the 10e, so if you download a ton of stuff on your phone, I'd recommend with the 10e. Like, again, liability. If I were to use an iPhone 7 or 7 Plus, like, I would use an iPhone 7 or 7 Plus today as my daily driver, and it would be fast and reliable. But I would not use a Samsung Galaxy S7 or S7 Edge because it's just slow and painful and no software support, and it's just dead, where Apple is not. So if this was me, I think keeping your phone is good, a good like investment. So if I had $750 and I don't have I don't know oh, when should I upgrade? Oh, I would just be okay. I would just buy the 10R if those are my two options. That's what I would do. I would go for the 10R. Just because of the liability and the long-term performance. And keep in mind, those are not the only two phones in that price category. I just compared those two. I want you guys to comment down below. Let me know what other phones you guys want me to compare. Yeah. Anyway, thank you so much for watching. I will see you all in the next video. Peace.